Welcome to another video. Today we're doing a different kind of video. So I decided to interview a couple of devs to share their experience, salary expectations, and whatsoever. I'm not expecting this video to get so much views. This is just a video that's gonna be insightful for someone who's getting into tech or someone who's been to tech and don't know what to expect. So I interviewed a couple of devs with some experience. Please note that there are links to their channels, to their socials, and in the descriptions. And shout out to them for taking their time to take this interview with me. And don't forget to get your buy drip merch in the link in the description. Without further ado, let's start with Mr. Mabuza. Enjoy the video. Start from the top. You can start by introducing yourself. I already seen you wrote here senior developer, but I'm more interested in the technical product manager part.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, thank you for just the opportunity to be here and have a chat with you. And I don't know what introduction I need to do, but yeah, my name is Kulani Mabuza, just that Tsonga gent from Limpopo, and I am based in Gauteng. And yeah, I've got a couple of experience. I think we'll get to chat around that in details. But yeah, I've been in tech for quite a while now, and it's been just quite an interesting journey with regards to what I've been involved in, what I've been doing, and also in terms of the journey where I'm heading to at the current moment, as far as tech or software is involved. But yeah, in a nutshell, I think I studied computer sciences and went straight into software development. So I'm not one of those who, kind of pulled by the storm. So I knew exactly what I was getting myself into. With all the challenges and everything. So I think in a nutshell, that's where I am in terms of who I am and what I do.
Okay, how long have you been like in tech specifically, and like now what's your position? Like what do you do as like your day, just a brief of your day, how does it look like?
All right, cool. So I've been in tech for, I think this is my ninth year, as a software developer. So
Okay.
it's just been a while. I think the beard can tell that been around for a while
Definitely.
now. But yeah, I mean, every day it's a lesson. Every day it's a new day to learn something new, something fresh. So currently, I am sure. I'm involved with two companies. I'm involved with a company that is based in UK. I am the system engineer for the company, and then involved in a company in SA, and I am a senior software developer. I am also a technical product manager there. So you can just imagine with those three roles in terms of how my day looks like. It gets a bit challenging.
I'm a
It gets
developer myself, but I'm a junior, but I'm already struggling with the workload now. I can imagine.
Sure. So yeah, it's quite challenging, but I believe with regards to discipline and with proper planning, it gets possible. But I'm gonna release one of the responsibilities very soon, and I'll just focus on my software and the systems engineer because it's almost one and the same thing.
Okay, no, that's nice. That's nice, man. I actually didn't know how much experience you had. I just knew that you're experienced, but no, that's inspiring. We're trying to get there. We're trying to get there. But for those who
Sure.
wanna get there, I mean, we're getting to the most fun part of this video, actually, to you can actually share how in a range okay, I'm not sure if it's gonna be like both of your positions, maybe your salary range annually in one of them, and maybe for the new devs, because there's this thing, I think most people actually get into tech to make money, but I don't think they actually have the clue of how it works. So maybe you can share how like the salary expectation for someone getting into and what they can expect as someone like you who's as much experience.
No, that's quite interesting because I was having a chat with somebody, I think about 2 days ago, and she
Okay.
was like asking me, she's like, you need to move from the not necessarily the industry, but the sector where you are in, and move into banking because software
I've heard that.
engineers in the
I've heard
banking
that.
sector makes money. I'm like, where do you get that? Where do you get that? So there's like a lot of misunderstanding in terms of software developers making the killing and making a lot of money. And I think that for me, that is the wrong start. I mean, we all want to make money, that's true, but I think that's the wrong motive if you want to be part or if you want to do software engineering. If you're coming in for the money, I think I've got bad news for you. This is not the industry you want to be at.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna work for that money. You're gonna work for it, and you're gonna feel it.
definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite challenging. But if you're passionate about problem solving, if you're passionate about tech, and if you're passionate about software engineering as a whole, then definitely there is space for you because there's level in terms of growth. So you start, of course, as an intern or doing what do you call this? Where
Graduate.
yeah, sort of like yeah, a graduate programs, and then you move to a junior, and then you're gonna move to intermediate, and then you're gonna move to your senior. So
Yeah.
of course those comes with its perks, but also it comes with its responsibilities because the
Yes.
higher you go, the higher the level of responsibility and the
Yeah.
expectation on your side. And it gets hot. Sometimes you feel like, you know what, I don't want to be in this place. But there are other days when you
Definitely.
get motivated that you want to be at. But I think as it depends also in terms of the company that you work at in terms of the salary because we can be junior developers for different companies and you earn more than me. So it depends on that. It's very important to do your research in terms of the sector and also in terms of the company that you work for, because I can work for a well-established company and you work for a startup company. Our salaries are not going to be the same. I might
Yeah.
be earning more than you because my company is already well established.
Exactly.
So, but in terms of average, a person who is on the junior level, we're talking about somewhere around 15 to about 21K a month for a well-established company. That's the around the money that you're gonna make. And then as years goes, as you gain experience and also you gain number of years, of course, then you
Definitely.
get to your senior. Um, and also again it depends because if you're working for a South African company, then the range is low. But if you're working for an international company, then because of the currencies, you find that you're earning more on the other side. But
Yeah.
when we talk about no, I actually made a mistake. Sorry, I need to correct something. So the amount that I gave you, it's the amount for it's not for a junior, it's the amount of a person who is on the graduate program and also on the internship program. So on the junior or intermediate program, you're getting somewhere around, also depends on the experience. So if you've got about 3 to 5 years of experience, then we're talking about a salary between 30 to 45,000 rands. So
Okay.
that's the salary for the juniors and intermediate guys. And then when you go to the senior, and then now that's when we're talking about a salary range. I think there you decide in terms of the skills that you come with, because now you've got a lot of you've got experience and you've got the skills, and that's if you work hard, because software programming or software developer, it's about building the skill. It's about perfecting the skill to a point where you become company starts fighting for you. You know, when in school when they say companies fight for you,
For
um,
you,
yeah,
yeah.
they didn't really mean that after varsity they
After
will fight for
university,
you. No,
yeah.
they meant that once you have gotten the skill and the right skill, then
Mhm,
you become a target because there is an opportunity. I don't want to lie with regards to software engineering. You'll
mhm.
always be fished. People, companies, and talent, acquisitors are busy calling, are busy engaging with you to say we need you, we need you. So when it comes to that, then your salary, we're talking somewhere around between 50,000 to about 100 and something thousand a month. So
Yeah.
that's based on your experience, that's based on the skills that you possess, because it is possible that you are a software engineer and
Mhm.
you're only focusing on one tech stack, and
Yes.
you find that yes, it's working at the company where you're working at, but it's not on demand when you compare it with other companies. So
Yeah.
it's very important that yes, you need to focus on one tech stack and perfect it and become a master on it, and then you diversify as you grow in
Yes,
terms of
yeah, yeah, yeah. As the
yeah,
more you can gain the responsibilities, because yeah, you'll be experienced. If you just do one, you'll get bored. And besides, like technology evolves over time, you will be forced to
100,
actually learn one other tech stack.
hundreds,
Nah,
hundreds.
nah, definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Yeah. So if you would give yourself, let's say you 9 years before, you'll give yourself advice. What would you say to yourself?
I think for me, it will one of the best advices I would give myself is stop being lazy. That was what I was going to tell myself. Stop being lazy.
Simple, straightforward like that.
Straightforward like that, because I think, um, you know, as when we're still young and still fresh, our responsibilities, especially work responsibilities, are not a lot.
As mhm.
So you've got a lot of time to learn. You've got a lot of time to get as much skill as possible, and learn from the people who have been in the industry, and just try to suck in that experience and the skills that these guys have, because it's going to help you on a later stage. So the reason I'm saying to myself that stop being lazy, I feel like had I invested time in learning more, because
Mhm.
I believe that I had the capacity back then to learn more than what I've learned back then.
Like,
Uh,
yeah.
so I think I wasn't going to be where I am today, because I realized that I've got the potential, um, and I am able to do the things that I learn. I'm able to learn, and I'm able to implement those things that I learned. So I think in terms of the skills that I have, I was gonna be somewhere else.
Okay, nah, definitely makes sense. Okay, as as you've said, I'll take that advice myself. Okay, nah, nah, thank you for your time, man. Definitely appreciate that. I think you have much more details you'd like to know. Probably gonna consider featuring you in a longer video where you can actually share more.
No, definitely. I will really appreciate it. And again, thank you very much for the opportunity. And I really believe that we can, have a lot of this in
Mhm,
future. And again, I think people must not be scared to learn, especially the upcoming developers. They
mhm.
should not be scared to learn, and they should not be scared to make mistakes. And I think that's the thing that most of us have. You are in the workspace, but because you don't want to seem as unqualified, so you're
Yeah,
scared to
Foster
admit that
syndrome.
I don't know these things. You're scared to say I don't know these things. Yes, you're a junior. You are
Mhm.
young. You should you actually have what you should be having. You should be struggling as a junior so that you can learn and perfect those skills. So if you have a challenge, step up and say, I'm struggling with 1, 2, 3, and 4. and people will assist you. And I think one last advice I would put is, don't be an island. Try to have a mentor. Look at somebody that you're looking up to, and pull them closer to you. Give them a DM, text them or whatever, and ask them to mentor you.
Yeah,
And that will help. Yeah.
yeah, that will give you a clearer path. No, man, thank you for your time, man. Hopefully we'll have another one soon.
No, thank you very much, Nati. I appreciate it.
Awe. Let me stop. What the thing even say? No, uh, let's welcome you to the channel, and maybe you could do a bit of intro, your name and stuff, and what's your position and what you do.
Okay, thank you for welcoming me into your channel. So my name is Dingane Lijane, just a Swati guy. Now I'm currently studying rent. Yeah, so I'm original from Nelspruit, Sabi, and I've studied software development at TUT, and I'm working as a software engineer at Intergrove. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we're actually from the same place. And the last guy I just interviewed, he just said he's just a Limpopo guy. He also just said a Swati guy.
Yeah, I think you see, I've seen the video.
How? It's just recorded like a few hours ago.
I think that's
Ah,
how we put things.
okay. Actually, I am we're gonna do that longer video when we get time, because I think there's a lot of things we actually need to address. And yeah, actually, you're one of my inspirations. Actually, I'm not sure if you remember. I actually reached out to you when I think I was in my final year.
Yeah. When did you
Yeah. When did I?
when did you like do your last year?
It was 2021.
Oh, that was the same year yeah, I finished my last year, then I graduated 2022.
Okay, so you went as software dev. So at Intergrove, are you intermediate junior developer? Like, what's your experience? What have you built? Like, what's like?
Okay, I've been a software developer, in a junior software engineer since January this year. And then I can say I have an experience of less than 7 months now. So we are building enterprise applications. So we use technologies like React and .NET and Microsoft SQL Server, most of these things.
So basically, you're a full stack. You work on both stacks.
Yeah, but most of the time I work on the UI, and then I can say a bit of the back end. So we develop APIs. So I haven't really touched on the DB side. So it's just that I only go there and look for any data to debug if I'm working on an API.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting. I actually made the video to address a few things because I don't know. Usually, I think a lot of people get into tech to make money. So I wanted to. I think I've addressed it with you. Interview different people from different techs and what they do to like address. Like, what would you say? Someone getting into tech, what would be their salary expectations? And if you're comfortable with sharing your range or whatsoever as a junior developer where you're working, like what would you say to someone? What should they expect as a junior or as an? I think most people get into tech as interns or graduates. What would you say they should expect, and how is it like getting from tech and making money in tech?
Oh, okay. So I'll start by saying so on the salary expectation, so it depends on three things. Ne? So you need to start if we are entering as a junior, let me just say a junior. So you need to look at the experience. If you have more experience, then you need to expect more on the salary. and then on the skills that you have, and then the last thing is the market rates. So for, it depends on the market rates, and if maybe for the software engineers, they earn more depending on the job demands in the market, then that's when you will get more of your expected salary. Yeah.
Okay, okay. If let's say you getting into tech, what would be your advice to your younger self, like you before getting into tech, like for you to be able to, I think, move at a faster and efficient pace? What would you give yourself? What advice would you give to yourself?
Okay, if you want to get into tech and stay there for a long time, so you really need to have a mindset where you want to continue learning, don't stop learning, because tech it growing rapidly nowadays. So you need to be updated with the latest technology. Yeah, because there's more languages, more frameworks that are popping on the software development space.
Yeah, last time I checked with you, I think you were doing Java, right? Via Android Studio. Like how much are you doing of that like in your current job rather than like your own personal things?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said last time I checked with you, I think you were most of your apps you were developing using Java, right?
Yeah.
How much are you using Java now at your current job? Is it still there or you doing it on your own personal stuff?
Okay, in my workspace, in my workplace, so we're not using any Java. So I haven't touched Java since I got into
Oh,
Interclose. Let me just
okay.
I was in the mobile development on my
Mhm.
side using Flutter. I haven't touched anything in the workplace. Yes.
Oh yeah. That goes to show how much the evolving of technologies and how much you need to continue learning. Nah,
Yeah.
okay. No, definitely makes sense. I think I also did check Kotlin that time, but now, yeah, where I'm working, I'm not into mobile development as much. So yeah, that does happen. But nah, I think that's gonna be it. I think we will do, not to keep it too lengthy, we're gonna do a full interview when we get time with with proper planning, of course.
Yeah. With the proper coffee on the table.
Definitely. Coffee is the way.
All right.
Nah, thank you for your time. I'm
Oh,
so
okay.
very
Sure.
I welcoming you to the channel, and maybe you can introduce yourself. I think I heard a bit. You said you're a web developer. Maybe you can just give us a brief overview
Okay.
of that.
All right. So, my name is Joshua Rata. I'm currently working for a startup company based in Santin with me, Santin. So, we are practically doing like web and mobile development. See, but we are not limited to that. We are also doing like AI, a lot of stuff. See. But this is not where I started. I started like way back. I started my internship at MLab actually, which is
So how
basically
long have you been? How long have you been doing it?
developing. This is including the internship. This is my fourth year.
Oh, okay. You've been here. You've been here.
Yeah, almost
What's
4 years.
this?
Yeah, almost.
Okay. So you got an internship. How was your route like? Did you go to a degree college or you taught yourself?
No. I am a graduate from University of South Africa. I did my
Okay.
I did my diploma in information technology from the University of South Africa.
And
So
then after
after
that, you got the
that,
internship.
yeah, but not straight afterwards. It took me like a year. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
yo,
I I think it's one of the things that people often like struggle with like the hope and all of that when it comes to like waiting till you get the internship? Like if now you will tell your previous, like your former self in that stage, what advice would you give to yourself?
Man, don't give up, but like even if you get those rejection and never stop
Mhm.
applying. Never stop
Yeah,
applying.
the
And
fact
like
that it took you a year.
yeah, and upskilling yourself. Never stop that.
Okay, nah, definitely, definitely. Because I think I also get a lot of messages saying like, okay, I've graduated. It's been like 5 months or 6 months. I'm not getting a job or something. Any tips or advices? Maybe coming from another developer, they're gonna understand that at least you also took an entire year and finally 4 years you're in now. You can still hear me?
My my AirPods connected automatically, so I just disconnected them.
Okay, but were you able to hear me?
No, I wasn't able to hear you, bruh. Sorry. Like, can you please repeat yourself?
No stress. I was just saying that maybe coming from another developer, they're gonna understand that it does take some time because I do get a lot of messages, people saying it's been 5 months, 6 months while they're waiting for a job or applying. Yeah, it gets draining, but at least 4 years. You see now we are 4 years in, you waited an entire year, but we are here.
Yeah. It does take time. But even now, even let's say even if you're a junior dev, like
Sure.
you'll apply for intermediate roles. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like roles above junior development. It's still going to take
Mm-hmm.
time to get to
Yeah.
senior level. It's still going to take time. And
Yeah, that's one thing.
you're still going to get rejections also again.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. I think there are more roles here in senior development, people with experience than for juniors. If you're still junior and intermediate, it's still gonna take time. You're still gonna struggle and you're gonna be patient because yeah, it's a lot. Even when you get the interviews, like 5 stages of interviews, it's not nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the part of why I wanted to make the video and also make an awareness when it comes to salary expectations and how long it takes. Like just sharing some tips on that. Maybe if you're comfortable, you can share with us how much you made in your first year in development and what should you say someone should expect like going to tech, like because people join here just to make money. Some of them they'll be like, okay, want to make money, like the entire process of that.
Well, I can't share how much I'm making, but I can tell you like at the beginning you shouldn't expect
Yes.
like how I did. I wouldn't expect like no money. But there is money in tech. But as a beginner, don't expect too much money, like because you're not going to get it, you see. And maybe it might be
Mhm.
motivate, might be not be motivated to go on with it, you see, because you find
Sure.
like some entry level jobs like they don't pay that much because they believe like you're still a learner, you're still fresh
Hmm.
from graduates. Others they do pay. It differs
Hmm.
by company, you see. Others do pay, but
Definitely.
others they don't. But if you get like if you're in a job and you're not getting
Hmm.
paid that well, but you are gaining a lot, I think just stick to it until you are good enough to live then.
Yeah, because I think I've also shared that a lot. Like it comes with the experience. You can't just come in and be making about 100K a month because it's like you're still a learner, you're still getting paid for training. So it's definitely gonna take time.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly.
No, no, definitely, man. No, thanks for your time. Maybe you can just share a few words if you want to motivate someone out there, or just share some tips on how to get into development, which you think is the best route.
Okay, the best routes, like for me, I think the best route, what you can do as a self-taught, but like most companies want something solid. Even though like a
Hmm.
qualification, it's not the same as being self-taught. But most
Hmm.
companies like need like a diploma or a degree to get going. You see.
Yeah,
So
so just
yeah,
to be on the safe side.
but if you can build project on the side and build your portfolio, I think they're good to go.
Okay, nice. I actually also get people who are like maybe getting into their 30s. that wants to get into tech and someone who's working, and I think yeah, it's a bit of a hard time like giving them some advice. I think from there, maybe that's when you can maybe look at the self-taught. If you're already working somewhere, maybe you can do some boot camps. But I think it's a solid one to go to university and have something solid, because if you apply and they say it's a requirement of having a degree or diploma, you're out automatically.
Yeah, you see, yeah. But age is nothing. I'm 30 now.
Yeah, just nothing. Yeah, yeah. I tried to tell them that.
Age, but it's nothing. You can get into tech at 35, still fine.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like it's a restriction. No one is gonna say no, don't go in
No, no,
because
no.
you are
No
old or
one is going
something.
to restrict you, bruh. No one is going to restrict you.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, definitely. Nah, thanks for your time, man. This was insightful. I hope they'll find it insightful. Let
Sure,
me
thanks,
go and
man.
pop. Sure,
So
sure.
I'll purchase the merchandise, but I need a merchandise.
Definitely. You know our link, Musa. You've seen our link and our
Yeah, no,
site.
I seen your link on your YouTube, like on your YouTube channel there. You put it down there, so I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
purchase it.
Yeah, yeah, on Instagram. Nah, thanks for the support, man, in advance. If you're around, you can do local pickup and you can just pick it up, don't pay the delivery fee. And if you want it to be shipped, you can also pick from there.
Oh, you're based in Centurion.
Yes, I'm in Centurion.
Okay, okay, I know. I normally pass there when I go home, so like it's fine. I can just do it.
All right. No, thanks for the time, man. You can go back to the parks there.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.